Hey guys, how's it going today? Lamoura here, and I don't know why I started recording while I was clicked onto this Syrcus tower thing, but we're gonna start this episode off by doing the next part of the Crystal Tower quest. Syrcus or Syrcus Tower. Ramboros is frustrated over Noah's lack of progression on the Crystal Towers. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Towers. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say that there is nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day bring new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You will recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Syrcus or Syrcus Tower, the Allegans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. And you are? Not really, who are you? Be at ease, friends, for we share the self-same goal. I am Unei, or Unei. I'm going to say Unei. My companion is called Doga, or Doga. We are scholars of the Allegan civilization, sent by the students of Baldessian to assist your endeavor. Unei and Doga. Rather unusual names for this day and age, if I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. Moreover, in light of the recent incident at the Isle of Val, I should think that they have rather more pressing concerns. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. What is it, Graha? 'Tis nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Allegan eye as well? This sanguine hue is said to be the trait unique to the Allegans, yet I inherit it from my father as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there is aught to know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the traits are bound by fate to Allag. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldessian when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. At this very moment, I name Unei and Doga advisory members of Noah. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Syrcus Tower entrance. I promise, you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Nia, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The 2 of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you of the situation. I shall join you, Nia. With Unei and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. Sure. We'll get somewhere. We'll do something. Alright, so we just need to go up to the tower this time. Same entrance that we've seen plenty of times before. And just activate it. So we'll just... I think I just took the long way around that, but it's okay. It all leads us to the same place eventually. Just doing this long walk. Unfortunately, it's not anywhere close, so you do have to make this little journey each time you want to go into it, and then every time you finish the quest and you have to go back to Ramboros. It's kind of nonsensical. I wish they would set up the camp inside or something, so we just do back and forth, but it kind of makes sense, because once you're done with the tower, you just have to continue on with the patches. Like, that's really all you have. It's one part of the tower got released per patch, so they don't really expect people to be doing it all at once. That's just kind of unique to me playing here in the late part of the game. Well, if it isn't Nia, eager to enter Syrcus Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. And as I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather no going, for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you just follow me, I'll take you to him. Haha, soon some old faces to lift the spirits, and a couple of new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Unei and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Alax, sent here by our friends from Beldesian to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. 'Tis our hope that we can be of some small assistance. If your attire is aught to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Syrcus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. The problem is, we can't get it to open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to Magitech cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less efficient of a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it, a man and a woman respectant, elegant royalty by my judgment. Precisely who these individuals were, we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. I think this man and woman are able to actually open it. It's lucky that they were both here. If you're thinking to force it, save your strength. It's no use. Just ask the calluses on my hand. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed, Why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? For they are elegant. I always get a kick out of their surprised faces. I don't think any of us expected that to happen. Seven hells? What is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable, exactly as passed down through the legend, I am delighted to see. Oh, he reveals himself so soon. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero, you're still alive? Garland, if I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. Ah, but I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is, for all intents and purposes, defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garland. And so, I've been roaming this land, Eorzea, a regular it should be like, maybe a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, and so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you've committed, you think us that gullible? If you are suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts, but I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these two odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Alag's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his prodigy were living keys. You mean to say that these two are descendants from Alagan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty, living keys born of Alagan ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? Twould seem that the time for concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wished to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it pleases you, let us return to the 8 sentinels. There is much and more to tell. No, I'd rather just go into the tower. Very well. Seven Hells, do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland, you know me better than to think that I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? An elegant tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it is yours now. I wish you joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. I don't trust him. I don't trust him nearly as far as I can throw him. I don't actually know how far I could throw him, but I still don't trust him. Okay, let's see what these two goobers have to say. If you are ready to listen, we shall tell you all. As it pertains closely to your investigation, your leader, Rambros, may wish to be present. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you will have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Baldesion. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who once existed, given life through Allegan technology. This is rather a lot to take in. If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created, and more specifically, what it is that you now seek to do? Answering your question requires that we revisit Allegan history. Pray bear with us. The Allegan Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as a symbol of Allegan pride. Parents took their children there that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This stagnation was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the Allegan civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into despair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the prideful state of affairs, one technologicalist made it his mission to restore Alleg to greatness. Aemon was his name, and he believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? You cannot mean Emperor Xande. None other. As part of his experiments, Aemon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are products of that experiment, copies of Unei and Doga. Historical texts mention the reign of two Allegan empires named... there was no L. That was an exclamation point. Zande? Or Zand? It was commonly believed that the second was the nickname of the... It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike. To think that the two were in fact one and the same. Aye, Xande, I'm just going to say that, Xande, returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more, and true to Aemon's predictions, the Emperor restored his realm to glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Allegan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Xande returned his sights towards a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness? Again? Seven hells. What is it with the megalomania rulers turning it to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all.
Would that you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Xande is very much alive. Within Syrcus Tower he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse.
Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment that shortfall, Dalmund was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it into the tower. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered in the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allegan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Aemon, now Emperor Xande's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed into a deep slumber. In that state, they were to remain until the time was ripe to waken. Eras came and went. Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Dalmund was summoned back to the earth. Its descent triggered the Seventh Umbral Calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Xande awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambitions realized. "'Tis for no other purpose but to put an end to Xande's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Unei and Doga." Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fall. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action. Concluding that we alone could not overcome Xande, we struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, Nia, we are confident that we can end Xande's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my charging aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Baldesion among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So, what will we do, Nia? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens that you're an expert at saving it. Alright, let's fight. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Allegan Empire's dark past laid to rest. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Allegan civilization, but what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Unei and Doga, living, breathing Allegans. And so I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Syrcus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Nia, as you did for us within the Labyrinth of the Ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Xande himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Syrcus Tower from the outside world. To work then. Wait, there is something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... You inherited the trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no causes for concern. The Allegan Eye, you called it, but it is to us the royal eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. I cannot well explain why your eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. Alright, with damn near 30 minutes of cutscenes right there and talking, hopefully we can finally get into the dungeon. Probably not, though. We still have some more talking. My apologies if I've given you cause to worry. I am quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there has been much for me to thank on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Syrcus Tower awaits us. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Xande himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. Alright, finally, with like 30 minutes of cutscenes, we can finally get into this dungeon. So this is, I think the dungeon takes about 25 minutes, but it may take less than that, it may take longer, depending on what we have. But I will come back when we finally get to the point of queuing into this dungeon. Alright, here we go. We queued in. So this is an alliance raid. Once again, very similar, 24-man party. We'll have our guys over here. The other alliance will be here. We are Alliance A, so we need to remember our priorities in this one. I honestly couldn't tell you. I've only done this raid once. Other time, it was pretty embarrassing. Our team didn't really know what to do. No one else's team really knew what to do, so we were wiping a lot. It's such as the nature. We'll try our best, but don't look for me as a beacon of information for you, because I really don't know. We're just gonna have some fun and try to do our best as far as the mechanics allow us to and our skills allow us to as well. So we're coming up to the first fight here. I think we just got burn ads. Burn ads, kill the boss, you know, the standard stuff in here. So we'll give an adoloquium to our friend here, our tank, and we'll start going through. I'm also going to get a Whispering Dawn here for anyone who's around, and we're just going to go in and try our best to Art of War here. I know we're kind of standing in the line of fire as well, but if we can burn down as many people as possible without dying and letting other people die, I think we'll do a little bit better for it. Alright, let's not stand in that. Let's make sure that we get a little bit of damage here on our guy, and let's finish off this ad as well, since I don't know if anyone else is doing that. Alright, I'm going to get a sucker out so that... Oh, never mind. We already killed him. It was that easy. Never mind. I didn't realize he was already that close to death. So that one got burned pretty easily. Let's see if we can catch up to our tank here and continue on. Alright, we're going into the next area. Seems like some of these people actually know what they're doing, so that's pretty nice. And my last one, almost... we had probably like one person who knew what was going on. Whenever I go into a new piece of content that's multiplayer, I always at least like watch a video or like read about the mechanics real quick. But sometimes it's really easy to forget, like when there's like 5 different bosses and whatnot, what you have to do. Some of them are obvious, some of them are not. I just try my best to do as well as I can, but I'm obviously not the best at this game, and we've only done this content one other time. So let's just make sure all our guys are healed up here. For this one though, I know these purple orbs, you need to drag them to these towers here, and those will debuff for that. I think each one needs 3, if I'm not mistaken. So this one only needs 1 more, this one needs 2 more, this one needs 3 more, is how that goes. Alright, and then I don't know what to do with these Staff of Elden Rings. I think you can just leave them alone. I think they just are annoying, to be honest with you. I think that's really their only purpose here. So I couldn't tell you what to do with them or why. But I do know there are a few other things, at least I think this is the one, that happen. So there's the purple ones, and then I believe there's also ice and fire ones that come a little bit later. So the ice ones you cannot escape from. They will freeze you. You don't want to stand next to the person who gets frozen. They will freeze you in place. When people get the fire ones attached onto them, I don't know what that one. Okay, so fire we need to bring over to our friend here, and that will melt him and give a pool of water. We need to stand in this pool of water in order to survive the next raid wipe, I guess you could call it. So she'll do Ancient Fire. We got to stand in this pool of water to survive it. So we will hope that everyone else in our free company does that, or our thing does it. Every time, if you stand in it, it will prevent you from taking the maximum amount of damage from the Ancient Flare that she does. Alright, cool. So that was one more boss down. I don't even know if the other one was technically considered boss. So we're Treasure Coffer A, since we're Alliance Party A. That doesn't really matter to us, but I still greet it anyways, just because it's a 24-man raid. The chances of us getting it, regardless, is so low. And who knows, I might one day want to play those classes on this character, and having extra gear for them is never a bad thing. That's just the way I see it. It may be a little selfish of me, but I don't do it when it's like just a 4 or 8-man dungeon. For some reason, 24, I don't really care. Call it rude, but that's just how I feel. Alright, I don't know exactly what to focus on here. It looks like this dude's getting burned down pretty well. So we're going to take care of the ads here and this one big guy as well. I have to assume that's what's going on, is that you just got to take down everyone. And then we'll be good. Okay, is that it? Oh no, Green Dragon comes through. Okay, interesting. Alright, let's get a little bit closer to everyone. Let's get in our little radius here and cast a Whispering Dawn so that everyone kind of has regen on them, and we'll be happy and having fun with that. Green Dragon looks like he's going to go down like a little bitch. And then there's clones of the 2 twins. I don't know if we should take them down or not. Looks like we should. So we'll go see if we can help with this one. And then this one's the next one. Looks like there's some more clones coming through. So maybe we either did that mechanic too fast with the dragon, or he has another phase where he comes back after these guys are all... Okay, cool, I'm freezing. Everyone's jumping all over the place. That's always fun. So, yep, there's... Yeah, looks like the dragon just went down, and we only got 2 sets of ads. I don't know if they continue on if you take too long or what, but it is what it is. Alright, on to the next area, and on to the next boss. Alright, let's see, what do we have for this one? I can't say I remember specifically until I see the boss. Okay. Ooh, lagging a little bit. Okay, so this one, I guess he has mechanics, but you can just burn him because the item level is so high nowadays. So just focus on that. At least that's what everyone in the videos tells me and stuff like that, so I ain't too worried about it. Alright, let's have some fun just burning down the boss. Obviously don't stand in AoEs like that. Obviously they are different colored nowadays, at least for this content. This monk doesn't seem to have gotten the memo, so that's cute. So yeah, he's gonna go down. We'll hit everyone with a Whispering Dawn just because we have some idiots who apparently don't know not to stand in AoEs. I'm joking, I'm joking. I say it with the utmost respect to people, or at least I try. Alright, so there are some ads that come through. I don't know exactly what's going on there. Those are invulnerable. We'll just keep on burning the boss, and I guess it's what everyone else seems to be doing. I don't know if there's like a mechanic that was originally supposed to take place there, but at least for now, we can just keep on burning this boss. Okay, cool. And we will advance on, get another treasure... This dude just falls back. Get another treasure chest for some loot. Once again, I will greet it, just because. Chance of getting it is already so low. Alright, on to the next area. Let's see, who's next? Let's see if we can catch up to our tank as well. Not that it really matters. So we have another dragon guy here. We'll hit our tank with an Adoloquium. Not that it really matters. Of course, I got hit by that. I'm also going to cast Succor for everyone else who's around here. I don't know if everyone got that, but it is what it is. Most people did. Our monk is somewhere. I don't know where the heck he is. But he didn't get it. Alright, so cool. That's done. Let's back up a little bit because I have a feeling he's going to come down on the tanks. Is this dude dead already? Oh no. I thought like people were running towards the stairs. Not so much the case. Alright, make sure we take care of this guy. Why did the dancer and the monk keep taking so much damage? Alright, so there are some ads. I think we're just focusing on the red dragon, to be honest with you. Everyone seems just burning him down. Once he's down, hopefully the ads will go. Oh, hope ads didn't go with him. Alright, so we'll take those, and now we can advance further on. Super easy. Again, item level is so high, you barely need to worry about it. The third part of the Crystal Tower, I think the actual Crystal Tower proper, I had a lot of trouble on. We wiped a few times. I died a few times, and the rest of the team carried us. You know, there were mechanics there that are a little bit more complex and seem to be, I don't want to call them cheap, but sometimes it just wouldn't work. And I think it's because I was lagging a lot as well. So it didn't really work the way that I was hoping it would. But such is the nature, right? Alright, let's get one of these going on for these guys. And then I'm also going to hit everyone with a sucker. Anyone who's around, at the very least. Not that we need to worry about it. Too many people aren't dying or taking too much damage. Oh, come on, get out of that. But at the same time, just want to make sure everyone's doing well. Alright, I'm not quite sure mechanics on this one. I think we want to get rid of these because they'll cast like debuffs on people. So we'll just take care of these byproducts. And then there's these Kumi guys. I don't know what the heck those guys are all about. I don't know if we kill them or what. But we'll focus on that, I guess. I'm going to get close and get a sucker because our Samurai and Gunbreaker aren't doing too well. Looks like we are facing these Kumis, but there's these byproducts that everyone's facing. I really don't know the mechanic here, so I'm just going to try my best to get rid of ads. Uh-oh, I'm a frog. Why am I a frog? Guys, I'm a frog. Okay. I don't really know the mechanic here. I think I need to unfreeze these guys who've gotten frozen. Also, avoid these guys. Yeah, those snakes, I think, hurt you when you're a frog. They'll hunt you down and whatnot. So we'll take care of them real quick. So he is casting his ultimate. Okay. So that happened. I don't think I was maybe I wasn't supposed to unfreeze those guys, because I know at one point you need to hide behind some. Don't destroy the ice. Okay, so that was my fault. I destroyed the ice when I wasn't supposed to. I thought those were my teammates who were frozen, and I thought you had to unfreeze them, but maybe it's after. So okay, gotta not unfreeze the ice. So that was my bad. So that's where we hide behind the ice in order to avoid his ultimate attack. Got it. Once again, I've only done it one other time. That was completely my fault. I'm pretty sure I was the only one who did that. So we'll make sure as a frog we don't do that again. But I wasn't sure if those were our teammates who got frozen or if they were... oh, I should probably also summon Celine here. Yeah, I wasn't sure if those were teammates that got frozen or if they were just regular ice blocks. I don't know if the teammates are the ice blocks that we need to hide behind, but this time if I get caught and turned into a frog, I will make sure that I don't use my fire. That will be my first order of business there. Alright, let's just cast that. I'm also going to just cast Whispering Dawn. No, okay, thank God. I was going to say none of the tanks are, unfortunately, getting that guy off me. Alright, I'm going to focus on the byproduct. Okay, what else is around here that we need to focus on? Nothing except for these guys. Get these Kumi guys. I'm going to get a lucid dreaming going on. Alright, more slimes? Maybe not. Alright, let's focus on the snakes. Alright, now we have to hide behind our friends here. So he's going to start casting his ultimate eventually. I think he's doing it soon. Alright, we'll get rid of the snakes though, as best as we can. And now he's casting his ultimate, so hide behind the ice. So our friends did get frozen, and we're using them as shields. Gotcha. Okay. And there we go. Now we survived. So yeah, that was definitely my fault before. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, team. 100% mob bited. Let's get a Whispering Dawn on people, and he's dead. All right, there we go. More loots. Ooh, I'll take that. I'll take that. Crafting materials? Frick it. Why not? We'll go for it. Who knows if we want to start crafting at one point in my history of playing this game. Mapping the realm. Syrcus Tower. Alright, and then we actually hit the final boss of the Syrcus Tower here. You fight valiantly, mortals, but to no avail. Absolute darkness draws nigh. Soon it shall be unleashed, and all shall return to nothingness. I couldn't tell you too many of his mechanics. I know at one point he'll put these like purple rings around everybody. What you need to do is not stack on top of each other and let those explode. Once they do, they'll create like this platform thing that you need to stand on when he does his ultimate in order to not die. At least that's what I've learned. I don't know if that's entirely true. Alright, obviously don't stand in his AoE line attacks or whatnot. Try your best, I should say. Alright, I think he also, like... I want to say, yeah, he pulls up these things. So you want everyone, at least one person, to be in each of those circles so that you mitigate the damage between everybody. I think now, so he pulls in these Stonefall circles. We want to destroy all of them. So everyone's kind of taking care of those, and then we'll focus on the one in the middle. And I don't know if there's a time limit on that one, but everyone seems to be doing pretty well, except for, our monk over here who's just derping about. And he'll do something. I think he comes back in center, and he'll start doing some funky stuff. So now these purple circles, you don't want to stack on top of each other, but it doesn't look like anyone really cares about that too much. Once they're done and the AoE goes, you want to stand on this where you float above the ground a little bit more. They have everyone kind of in the area with the Whispering Dawn. That's how you avoid his ultimate attack. After he does, though, he does put down some AoEs that you need to all get out of. I think we have to go through that one more time before he'll go down. Alright, so don't stand in Aura Cannon, please, people. Thank you. Alright, so he's going to do that thing. We need to slay some of these tears again, or whatever they were called, circles, or whatever. Stonefallen circles, so we'll focus on that. Everyone seems to be doing their job pretty well here. Alright, that one's down. Let's focus on... I'm going to focus on this one at the very least. Hopefully someone else will come by and help me with this one. Dancer's here as well. We have a ninja, and then we have some more coming through. Alright, cool. Everyone was so focused on the middle one, they didn't even care about the other one. But it's okay, we'll get another sucker on everyone here, and we'll chill. So I'm just going to... maybe I should stack up a little bit more. We'll just do it like this. I know everyone's kind of going to get a little bit damaged, but now everyone has this place to stand that's relatively close together. He's going to do another AoE thing here, so we'll get out and spread apart. And we'll go from there. Now we should just be able to burn him from here. And he should go down, and that should be the second part, the Syrcus Tower. There he goes. Life is a cycle. Oh, maybe it's supposed to be Syrcus. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be Syrcus. The Emperor's throne is no longer sealed. Alright, we'll get there in a minute. I don't really care about the player commentation thing, to be honest with you. I just kind of want to loot a little bit later, so we'll cast our lot once this is all done. Syrcus Tower is complete, or Syrcus Tower. I don't really know which one is which. Alright, let's see. Anyone still left? Okay, sure. Apparently I just got everything because everyone just left. So, there's that. But I did get a music scroll, so that's kind of cool. Essentially, you can go into your in-room and put that in there, and you get to play certain music throughout the game as kind of like a record player. But, hey. I don't know what else I've gotten from that, to be honest with you, so we'll have to check our inventory as we go and see if any of those things we want to put as glamour. Nia! You did it! You defeated Emperor Xande. I flubbed that up. Empires may rise and fall, but man's indefatigable spirit, sure, ever lives on. Truly, you are a champion we had hoped for, Nia. With Emperor Xande now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. Nero's in his armor again. Uh-oh. What are you playing at now, Nero? In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surroundings. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? At any rate, you needn't mind me. I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself. Go on and finish what you came to do. There are two ways that we may seal off Syrcus Tower. Either isolate it from the outside world or cripple its ability to produce energy. The choice of the method is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must needs attend to a task. I mean, I would say cripple it so that no one can ever get in it. Because if you just seal it off, someone may figure it out just like we did, and then it will be ready to use. If you cripple it, even if they get in, hopefully they won't be able to restore it. That's all I'm saying. That distortion, what is it? The power that Xande sought to obtain comes from the void. The world of darkness, our people called it. And the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of Voidsent. Voidsent feed on Aether, as you may already know, and no plane is richer in it than ours. In exchange for their allegiance, Xande entered into an unholy covenant. He would open the gate through which a Voidsent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Unei and I believe we can annul it. By his blood, Xande sealed his dark pact. By our blood, it shall be undone. It is time. Yes, Doga. Finally, we may fulfill our purpose. Nero, what are you doing, you goober? Look at him strolling back there. Like a doofus. Oh, be still my beating heart. For a moment, I feared that this outing would end in disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the Ultima weapon compares to this. What are you going on about? The Covenant is everlasting. Straight up, I kind of like the red on that. That looks sharp as hell. Oh, okay, so you had to assume that this takes place before we lose the power of the Echo. So just suspend your disbelief and remember that. And so, Mercedia is brought into the fold. Soon, all the world shall be united under Allagan rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid, an endless void, bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably be cosigned to nothingness? If man has nothing, he needs not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the clouds of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes, and dreams. Let all be returned to nothingness. Nia, pull yourself together. Is there no end to them? When the Seven Hells is happening? Ugh, not now, damn it. I didn't realize he was a gunbreaker. That's pretty cool. Nero, were they part of your grand plan too? Save your japes, Garland. I did not put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones. Something controls them, a void scent, and no ordinary one at that. Doga! Doga! Confound it, without them there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine! Nero! The covenant shall be honored. I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void. Damn it, the rift is gone. What are we supposed to do now? As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to find and consult Ramboros. Alright, so like I had said before, that is Syrcus or Syrcus Tower. We have a little bit extra to do just to finish off the quest, but yeah, pretty much just follow what your team is doing. There's no real, like, you have to stand here if you're Alliance A, or do this if you're Alliance B, or worry about this if you're Alliance C in this part of the dungeon. In the next dungeon, we will, and I expect a lot of deaths. Just be aware of that. We will get through it, but we won't. It won't be pretty. That's pretty much what I have to say. Again, I don't really remember too much of the mechanics for each thing. I kind of know the basis, but like doing it is a completely different story than just kind of knowing about it. At least that's what I find. Could be wrong though. Maybe it goes down butter smooth and we don't have to worry about it. I will admit, and I hate to be like an asshole about it, but it kind of was true, because I wasn't the one even saying it originally. The Alliance A in my last attempt was really bad at following the mechanics. No one knew what they were doing, and Alliance A in that part was actually pretty important. So we kept on wiping because they were doing the wrong thing, or not doing a thing at all. All this happened within the tower. God's preserve. That rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this I am certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. 'Twould seem that Xande sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we cannot abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland. The situation is bleak. Though void scent can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends are still alive. Damn it! I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Unei. We share the same eye, 'tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years, and besides, we cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Xande's dark covenant is binding, our world is in danger. 'Tis our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Grana, ever since meeting Unei and Doga, you have not been quite yourself. Tell me true, is all well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of our eye rests within Alag. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. I'm with Grana. However slim the odds, we must try to save Unei and Doga. Aye, and that bastard Nero as well, if only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it. Though we have known them but briefly, Doga and Unei are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts and literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet know that it may be a while before we are ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient. When dealing with the void, one cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can, for when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength. We'll save them yet, Nia. Mark my words. Cool. Alright, that's that part of the quest complete. No, it took an hour. That's alright. It was to be expected. And from here, we can jump into the next one in the next episode. Alright guys, I'll see you all later. Peace out, and much love to you.